Hey folks, welcome to this lesson idea slash tutorial on how to incorporate more interactivity in your presentation software such as Google Slides, Microsoft Office 365 PowerPoint, or Keynote for the Apple side. Taking a look here, I've got some slides already created, and one side note here is whenever I gave a presentation, I taught in the classroom for many years, and in teaching computers to students, I always noticed that kids wanted to stay in one thing and make that thing really nice and look pretty and everything else. To whereas I always preached stuff before fluff. Get the stuff done, get the content created first, and then go back and make it look nice. And that's a kind of general rule that I always followed, and it really panned out pretty well in the classroom to keep kids on task. So if let's say create a new slide here, I'm going to go in, make a text box. We'll call this Earth. Oops, not Darth, but Earth. There we go. Let's highlight this, change the font size. And this is, if I was really doing this, I wouldn't make the font sizes any size until after I get them all created. But you get the idea. So moving on, here I've got this slide to where I've got my planets here, and likewise on the stuff before fluff concept, I would have just had the buttons here to create, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. I would have all my content in here first before I started adding drawings and whatnot. So let's take a look at how do I create these things. Well, the nice thing is in both Google and Microsoft and Apple, they have shapes that you can insert into your presentations, your Google Docs, even the spreadsheet programs out there. So and with this, they've got some pretty neat items that you can add in addition to your basic shapes. So with this, let's go ahead and make a planet for Mars. And I'm going to make an ellipse here. Of course, it's not to scale, and it certainly doesn't have transparency like I want it. So how do you fix that? So we're going to go into fill color and make this transparent, and it's ready to go. There we go. Maybe give it a little bit of a axis there. And you can insert a basic shape for a planet, or let's take a look at adding a picture. So if I add an image, both on the Microsoft and the Google side, they offer the ability to search for commercial, also educational, reuse with modifications. So in worrying about copyright, this part's already taken care of for the classroom teacher, which is great. Now, here I typed in Planet Mars already for the sake of time, and I can look for faces, photos, clip arts, and line drawings. And so clip art didn't really give me anything beforehand when I was checking this out and planning this. When I click on this item, I'm going to select, and this is way larger than what I really need. So what I'm going to do is just click on the upper left-hand drag handle and resize this. And drag this up here. Let's put Mars up there. There we go. Now let's insert another slide as well. We'll call this one Mars. Actually, what I'm going to do is copy this, go ahead and paste this. There we go. Resize my text box and then move it over. So here I've got all my slides. They're ready to go. I'm going to insert a text box once again, and let's make one for Earth. Now I can do it with just plain letters, no images or shapes. And when I drag this over, it's like that. Or I can insert, I'm kind of a button guy, so let's make a rounded rectangle. We'll add one over here. And let's add it up here. And I can just start typing. I don't have to click inside of it or right mouse click. I just start typing Mars. And since it's the red planet, I'd make it red, but for the sake of time, we're not going to do that. If I wanted to, it would be up in the fill color. I'm going to add a line. And the nice thing about this is it sees these connectors, these little purple dots, and I can connect that to that, and very nice. So with the interactive part, I'm going to highlight my text, right mouse click on the text, and click on link. Now you could probably just click the text box as well, Now you can enter in a URL, a uniform resource locator, basically a web address in here like www dot whatever, or I can do slides in this presentation. Now I see Earth is on slide 5, and I hit apply, and it creates a hyperlink. Let's get this straightened out. Oh, there's my drag handle. There we go. And Mars. Let's click on the Mars text box button, and let's right mouse click, insert a link, and that's slide 6. So I'm going to click on slide 6 and apply. And when I go into my presentation part, here I've got these hyperlinks all set up. You get the idea? So click on Mars. Now the question is how do I do a back button? Okay, let's hit escape and get out of here. On every single slide, I'm going to create a home button and a back button. And so I'm going to create an arrow, and we'll say back. And I just start typing even in the shape, so back. Right mouse click on it and click on link. Now I can add a link here with like a www address, World Wide Web address, URL, or I can link it to what I want it to go to. So this is the main slide is on slide 2, so I'm going to have it click on slide 2. I don't know if you're able to see that very well, but let's go back. Slide 2 and hit apply, and we're going to make a home button, and so I'm going to go to shapes and up arrow. Make it look like a house here. And with these little drag handles you can fatten that up a little bit, and I can type in home. There you go, nice and creative. Now I'm going to click on this one and we'll insert a link here. We'll go to the very first slide. Hit apply. And now I'm going to click and drag over both of these. And then we're going to do Control C to copy and Control C to paste. And now I have that on every single slide. So it just kind of a work smarter, not harder type of deal. And let's go and check my presentation. All right, let's click on Mercury, back, Earth, back, Mars. I'm all done. Home. It moves me on to this one. So that concludes this tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you have any further questions, please feel free to send me an email, and I'd be happy to get back to you. Thank you much, and if you like the content, please subscribe to my channel and look for further ideas, tips, and tricks in future videos. Thank you.